or what goes on in a tattoo shop or anything. It's television. It's nothing like that. And people think that that's how we lead our lives. Yeah. And, you know, like I said, you get a lot of people in here that, just expect so much of you, and they don't really understand how it's supposed to go. You get a lot of assholes, and like, this is a really laid-back industry. Other than the owner, I've been at this shop the longest out of everybody here. So me and him have a bit of like a really nice working relationship. Like, we'll call each other out on bullshit,
and that's what you want, like, to be able to do that.
Yeah, he's, a very, very good friend of mine. So, like, I definitely get away with a lot more than the other people here, and a lot of the other people here won't speak their mind to my boss, whereas if I see something I don't like, I'll tell him, vice versa, and so on and so forth. So, like, with this, if you come in, you're being an asshole to me, I can tell you to go fuck yourself. Like, I can, if I say something, and they say, oh, well, I want to talk to the owner or the manager or whatever, my boss will come out and be like, well, what did he tell you? And they'll be like, well, he said this is this. We'll go,
You got your answer. What the fuck you want?
Yeah.
Really? People really complain here?
Well, people just talk to you like you owe them something right off the bat. Or people are really rude, or like...
That can really mess you up right now, so do not mess with me.
I mean, the last thing I would do is be mean to my tattoo artist or talk to him like an asshole. Yeah. Like, and no matter what you do, you're going to get dickheads. You're going to get people that are just completely total, like, assholes. Yeah. Like, I had this one guy, man, came in, he wanted a tattoo. Sort of year 6, here he is, like, real late, like, I'll sit out here probably tonight till, like, 2. Chances are, like, I've had people walk in at 1:30 and I've booked appointments and taken a deposit, Yeah. But I had this one guy come in, and he comes in or whatever, and he's just, like, just rude attitude, like, just unpleasant demeanor or whatever. Gets, wants his tattoo. So I tell him 140. Long story short, this guy talks me down to $90. 9 times out of 10, man, I don't barter. My prices are my prices, unless I'm in a pinch or I just really feel like tattooing, like you got lucky today. Like, I don't do that. Like, I would sooner let somebody walk out the door rather than barter. The way I see it is it's permanent, You're going to have it for the rest of your life. In my eyes, there's no price that's too high for something like that. So this guy talks me down almost $50, and the thing was, I just kind of wanted to do the tattoo. It was a pretty cool idea, make a good picture for my portfolio. So talk him down to it, and this guy is just a fucking dickhead the whole time, man. Like, all right, can I see your ID? What you need my ID for? He's like, well, can you just tell me what the paper says, like the consent form? I'm like, no, man, you're signing it. Read it. He's like, man, I really got to read all this? I was like, well, you don't have to, but I'm not going to read it to you for you. He's like, well, why not? Why can't you just tell me what it says? And I'm like, because it's right in front of you. So he's just a fucking dickhead and, like, just an asshole, like, just in his tone and everything. So talks me down or whatever, goes to pay me. Motherfucker stands up in front of me, pulls out a wad of $100 bills. This thick. Counts through probably $3,000 in $100 bills. Then he gets to the 50s. Counts through probably another $1,000 in 50s. Down to the 20s. Counts in front of me. Like take the fold, unfold it. Like, don't one by one and show me all your money. Hands me $90 and walks out the fucking door. Like, no tip, no thank you, no nothing. After, I'm thinking,
oh
this guy
my
out.
God.
And then he counts out $6,000 in fucking front of me. Like, I went back and fucking kicked I had like a desk like this, fucking kicked it over.
Tattoo a hole right here.
Yeah, like, I told him, like, if I ever see that motherfucker again, he's got a $5,000 minimum.
We know where's gonna be the leftovers, yeah.
Yeah, like, don't fucking do that to me. Like, here I am thinking maybe you need a little help, like, maybe, you need a break on something. Yeah. But my thing, too, is, like, we have a sign in our window right out front that says "Good tattoos not cheap, cheap tattoos not good." The second somebody like when somebody walks in the door and says, you know, I'm looking for a deal, I tell them I don't give deals. You know, like don't like, you know, I'm trying to get this for the low. Well, then go somewhere else. I don't want to deal with you. You know, and like this, like if you come in and you ask me for a hookup right off the bat, or you know, like I typically don't want any part of you. Like I don't want to tattoo somebody who's not serious about it. You know, so and like I said, you're lucky tonight. I just really want to have a tattoo machine in my hand, and you know, I'm in a good mood today. You know, I don't barter. I just don't. I don't think.
Don't worry, I'm tipping you.
Hey, you know, that's your choice, man. Like I don't expect it. You know, it's you know, like my sign says. You know, I don't know if you read that up there or not, but it's, you know, a lot of people don't know. You know, and then a lot of people just don't really care. You know, it's like if you think of some of the shit you tip people for that's stupid. You know, like things like why would you tip somebody for you know handing you something over the counter? Say, you know what I mean? Like like if you're actually like a waitress or you're working for it, but you know you tip a valet for parking your car. You know, he gets in your car, he drives it 15 feet and parks it in a parking space. You know, you tip him. And here I am, stressing and drawing and sweating while I work. And, you know, I'm hunched over all day long. You know, I have arthritis, carpal tunnel, you know, like all these things go on. There's so much that goes into a tattoo. And it's like, you know, to not tip, it's, I don't want to say insulting, but it's kind of like, you know, people a lot of money to do a lot less for you. You know, and like I said, that's why I don't barter. Is when it comes to something that's permanent, like you're gonna have this until you die. You know, how much money do you spend on cologne in your lifetime to smell good that you wash off your body? You know, this is something that is never going anywhere unless you lose your arm. Let me see this other one. You know, so I just, you know, I don't see a point in bargaining for it. I don't see a point for, you know, like telling somebody that the price is you know too high or anything. I think it's, you know, it's permanent. I think if somebody, you know, said $500 for a tattoo, if it was going to be good and everything, then, you know, there's really no standard price for it. It's permanent. You know, it's these will be there. Completely gone.
Job done.
Here's the deal with these, man. We're going to put a bandage on you. We'll leave the bandage on for probably 15-20 minutes. When you take it off, get yourself a clean paper towel, wipe it dry. You don't want to put any sort of ointment on it for 24 hours. Let it form like a protective scab, you know, so that it's not like a fresh open wound. What I recommend to my clients, you'll hear a whole slew of things